Jenny Nix? Jenny Nix? Oh, you don't want to speak. Here to support nullification of the NDAA. Ted Levertor?
Thank you, City Council. Good to see everybody. My name is Ted Levater. I'm here today to talk to you guys about placing nullification of Sections 1021 and 1022 of the National Defense Authorization Act on a future agenda. This issue deserves a formal public hearing, which can only occur with your support. Other liberty-loving states, counties, and municipalities have already nullified these unconstitutional provisions and can provide the basic framework for us to do the same here in Reno. For those of you who don't know, the NDAA was signed by President Obama on December 31st, 2011, despite his, quote, having serious reservations with certain provisions of the document. Obama's concerns were provisions in Sections 1021 and 1022, which would allow future presidents to indefinitely detain American citizens without charge or trial. This consolidation of power violates our Fifth Amendment rights to due process, as well as the Posse Comitatus Act, which is intended to protect U.S. citizens from their military force. Recent judicial proceedings reveal that the executive branch of the federal government is very interested in ensuring the survival of these provisions. When a New York judge placed an injunction on indefinite detention, she informed government attorneys that if they were currently holding anyone under these provisions, they would be held in contempt of court. Within 24 hours, federal attorneys had filed an appeal and the injunction was lifted. Many journalists and activists have speculated that the rapid response from the president's administration means that the United States government is or has detained American citizens under these provisions. If the federal government is no longer willing to uphold the Constitution, the burden falls on the people to defend their rights. Please follow the lead of other forward-thinking cities by taking the steps necessary to nullify Sections 1021 and 1022 of the National Defense Authorization Act. I'm asking you to place the NDAA on an agenda so we can have an open and frank discussion about what our nullification options are, and as a way to affirm the city's commitment to the public participation process. You'll not only be hearing from myself, but many other community members today asking you to take a serious look at this issue. By placing it on the agenda, you can affirm this city's commitment to being responsive to its constituents' concerns. One last note, on December 15th, from 3 to 5 p.m. across the street from City Hall here, Panda, the People Against the National Defense Authorization Act, are going to be hosting a Bill of Rights Day of celebration. We're inviting all citizens down to celebrate the Bill of Rights and to raise awareness about the what some see as an attack on our constitutionally protected rights. Thank you.
Thank you. Eric Holland?
I always have a visual.
You always have, Eric. Thank you.
I don't know if this will work. Can you make this work, perhaps? Shine the light? Or is it just too...
Yeah, she can try to do that.
All right, there's the good part. Okay, I'm going to do that part. Okay, this... my name is Eric Holland, and I want to congratulate those of you recently elected, I think. Good luck. I actually became very involved in this same issue that Teddy brought up this year, and my focus changed from local politics to this issue. I also am here to ask the City Council to take to put this NDAA issue on a future agenda. It's because I have all of the concerns that I don't need to repeat them, but I feel like the Statue of Liberty has abandonment issues. So that's all I'm going to say today, and thanks for the opportunity to speak. And this is, I talked to you about this about a year ago, remember, Mayor Shell? And I'm glad you're feeling better too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Carol Feinberg?
Good afternoon, and my name is Carol Feinberg. I'm a resident of Ward 5, Reno, and welcome to all the new council members. I'm also with PANDA, People Against National Defense Authorization Act. You will be hearing from and have heard from a couple of others who feel the same way as I do, and I also represent a group of over 100 who feel exactly the same way. the National Defense Authorization Act, which can arrest, detain indefinitely, and even put to death U.S. citizens without due process. This is a violation of our U.S. Constitution and our Nevada Constitution. At this point, all we are asking is that you consider putting nullification of NDAA on the agenda. It's something that deserves an open forum, as others have said before me. And I just urge you to do that. A nullification is a perfectly legal and acceptable and rightful remedy for these abuses. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thank you very much. Jeffrey Fabian? You don't want to speak? Okay, I see. NDAA nullification on future agenda. Christopher Corbett, you wish to speak? Yes, sir.
Honorable Reno City Council, my name is Christopher Corbett, Nevada State Coordinator for PANDA, People Against the National Defense Authorization Act, the NDAA. This is my second visit here. I was here last month. If you're here in support of NDAA nullification, would you please stand? I would like to thank Ted Levater, Carol Feinberg, and everyone who has contributed by making calls to their elected representatives in an effort to raise awareness of the NDAA's threat to liberty. PANDA is a national, nonpartisan grassroots organization founded in late January 2012. PANDA has quickly grown to more than 90 chapters in 39 states with 3 chapters in Nevada. PANDA is committed to the nullification at the state and local levels of government of the unconstitutional authorizations of indefinite detention and assassination of all persons on U.S. soil under military detention without charge, trial, or access to legal counsel as authorized under the NDAA. Today, the government can accuse you, me, or anyone else they don't like of being a threat or a belligerent, whatever that means, and detain them without having to prove their case in a court of law. The NDAA violates at least 23 articles of and amendments to the U.S. and Nevada constitutions. To date, 16 states and 32 local governments have introduced nullification legislation, most recently Texas, with 6 states, including Utah and Virginia, and 16 local jurisdictions, including Berkeley, California, nullifying the NDAA and restoring freedom and liberty as the sovereign right of the people. Why can't Reno do the same? The United States Constitution, although the most important founding document, is only a piece of paper and cannot defend itself. It is the responsibility of every freedom-loving individual within this room to ceaselessly defend constitutional rights without wavering. Each member of this council has sworn an oath to uphold, defend, and protect both the U.S. and Nevada constitutions. I urge the Reno City Council to place nullification of the NDAA's unconstitutional authorizations on a future agenda for further discussion. By placing the NDAA on a future agenda, we can openly discuss our options for nullification, raise public awareness, and gauge the electorate's interest in defending liberty. What is more important, I ask, than protecting constitutional rights which 1.3 million Americans have died fighting for? Is a baseball stadium more important than liberty? Are liquor licenses more important than due process? I would like to know what is more important than protecting mine and our constitutional rights. It is the council's duty to nullify unconstitutional laws. Benjamin Franklin said, "They who can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." End quote. What we are not willing to defend, we will surely lose. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.